Hey everyone, it's Bo, and this video is sponsored by Clip Studio Paint. In this video, I'm going to be showing a speed animation while talking about my thoughts, experience, and cool features with the software. Before the video begins, I do want to mention that this video does include fast zooming in and out. Now that that's out of the way, let's get started. To begin, if you don't know what Clip Studio Paint is, it's an animation and art software that is super easy to learn and really fun to use. It has options for illustrations, webtoon, comic, printing of fanzine, and animation. I also want to mention that there are two different types of software you can buy. The first one is Clip Studio Paint Pro, which is for character art, concept art, and illustrations. The second option is the one I will be using today, which is called Clip Studio Paint EX. This is used for manga, comics, and animations. EX also has unlimited frames, where the Pro version is limited. Personally, I think the quality of the software is well worth the price, and it's a really good deal. The prices are shown on the website, and I'll leave a link in the description below. I was really struggling with the hands here for some reason. At first I was having the hand come up, but the hand itself wasn't moving at all, and it looked very odd. So then I realized that I needed to have the hand open, but once I figured it out, I was really proud of it. To make this animation, I'm using my art tablet, and I have the animation set to 25 frames per second. The character that I'm animating is my main OC. My main goal was to animate my OC outside, looking off to the distance, kind of thinking to herself until she turns and looks as if she's seeing a friend and smiles and waves. I definitely got out of my comfort zone while making this, and I'm really glad that I did, since it was a really cool learning experience, not only for my drawings, but also with the software. The easiest way for me to learn is watching other people, so I was able to pick up how the software worked pretty fast with some YouTube tutorials. You can also find a ton of tutorials on the Clip Studio Paint website. I heard quite a bit about this software even before having the opportunity to try it out myself, and honestly, I've only heard good things. I did end up adding wind to the hair, and I thought it was a really cool effect, especially since I wanted my character to be outside. Another awesome thing about Clip Studio Paint is the software can be used on a ton of devices. And you can also log into other devices with the same account. You don't even need extremely expensive tablets to use this software. You can use your iPad, your iPhone, Android, Chromebook, and so many more. Once again, it does show which devices you can use on the website, so make sure to check the description so you can check it out. Before I tried Clip Studio Paint, I have used Paint Tool Site 2, Flip-a-Clip and IBIS Paint X. And I have noticed that Clip Studio Paint has some very similar features to all of these, so it really didn't feel super overwhelming when I was first figuring out what and where everything was. That's something that I really like about this software, is things are really easy to find and I'm able to notice right away. Like, for example, the tools on the left side are super easy to get to and also easy to figure out what they are and what they do. And another thing I like is that it shows the pen, marker, or paintbrush that you're using on the top left. It really helps because it shows what it looks like, because that's one thing that I struggled with certain softwares, is you have to click through all the options to see what it actually looks like, and it's a really time-consuming process, and it can also be kind of frustrating after a while. Also, on the topic of brushes, I think the coolest thing about the brushes is that you have the option to import customized ones. I was really excited about this when I found out, and I personally get my custom brushes from DeviantArt, but I'm pretty sure there are other websites that you can get custom brushes from, but I haven't quite figured that out yet. Out of all the animation and art processes like sketching, line art, coloring, and shading, I really enjoyed sketching the most, because with all these brushes, I feel like there are so many options, and even the ones that come with the software are super nice. I really do love the way I changed the eyes here on the line art, and it's something you can definitely tell the difference when watching the sketch to the line art, the way the eye changes. I love how I changed it. I've never actually drawn it that way before, but it's something I'm definitely going to change permanently for this character, and I'm really happy with that. As you can see, I'm doing a pretty thick line art for this animation, and I did this because I've done thin line art a lot in the past, and I wanted to see if I had a preference or if it would be easier to have it thicker, and honestly, I think I prefer having it thinner. This is definitely a personal preference though. There are a lot of people out there who can use thicker line art and are more comfortable with it, and props to them. But I personally feel like thinner line art is easier to correct my mistakes if I make any, because with a thicker line art, it can get kind of messy. Honestly, I think this software would be such an amazing starter to anyone wanting to make or create art or animations as a career or even just as a hobby. Like I've said before, it's super easy to use and figure out, so anyone can do it. I also really liked that it was really easy to go back and fix any mistakes that I've made during the animation process.
Time is unfair, 'cause I know you're out there somewhere, patient, waiting unaware, feeling like your grip might slip too soon. But I'm running, chasing speed and gunning. I'll be right there all of a sudden. I feel your heartbeat lead me straight to you. It's strange, I know.
Another thing that I've been adding to my drawings as of recent is this squiggly blush, and I think it's really cute, but sadly I do end up getting rid of it during the line art process because I couldn't figure out how to keep it the same without it moving all over the place and looking like a worm on her face. And it would have just taken a really long time. Part of me definitely wishes that I didn't get rid of it, but I'm still really happy with how it came out.
Memories die out too hard. We were traveling the mountains.
Something I've been practicing a lot is expressions, so that's why you see me change the look of the mouth quite a bit, because I was trying to figure out what looks good with the character and what smile she should have. And I also found that I really love drawing nails onto my character whenever I can. It's just something a little extra and a little fancy, and I get really excited when it gets to the hand part because I really love to draw the nails. I was pretty excited about the coloring process, and honestly, it was really quick and simple, and it was really nice. I like to add a shade of gray to my whole character before getting started with shading, since it helps me figure out what colors go where, what I still need to add, since adding color to like the whole background would just be a bit busy for me, and it would distract my eyes, so I find that just shading the character itself helps me a lot to color. You do see me accidentally jump right into the skin color though. I got so excited about being onto the next step of coloring that I just completely forgot about even adding the gray for a moment. I also added a picture in the top right corner of my OC to get the correct colors rather than just guessing on what I think would look right. Here I tried doing a new shading technique. I've seen other people do it before, but I definitely didn't do it correctly. But it did help me sort of when figuring out where I wanted the shading and when I wanted it to change, when the wind was blowing on the hair, and it was really nice, but it also felt like it was kind of time consuming and it took extra time to, create these lines when I don't know if it was really necessary. It was just something I wanted to try out because I had seen it before. I don't know if I'll do it again, but I'll probably watch other tutorials to see if there are better and easier ways to do it. I kept the shading pretty simple for this animation. I'm not a pro when it comes to shading, but I was really happy with how the shading turned out. a while, the only thing I was struggling with was how to figure out how to copy and paste certain frames. I found that if you copy and paste a layer by clicking on the frame itself, it will just create a duplicate of what's already there, and if you try to edit either of them, it will edit both. I don't know if that makes sense, but I did end up figuring out how to fix it. First, you have to click on the frame you want to copy and go up to the top left corner where it says edit and click copy. After you've done that, go back to edit again and click paste. Then click the part of the timeline that you want it to be pasted in, and you can either right click with your mouse or click the button above the timeline that says specify cells. Finally, click the number that is after the frame you copied, and you can now edit the frame without having to worry about it editing any of your other frames and without having to completely redraw it. I hope this helps anyone else who might have been having this issue.
Open eye, feel the waves cut through me, hypnotized by the sounds I'm breathing in. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights paint the skies, only you can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me move. You can make me move.
Here you can see me trying to test the backgrounds, and the background is definitely one of the coolest tools because you can easily add colors to make it look like a sky, and you can also customize the colors to make your own background sunset like I did. And I actually created this background by looking up a reference on Google, and it really came out cool. So I added some buildings to the background and some clouds. I've never seen any other softwares use this tool, by the way, so it was really fun to play around with. And that's the end of it. Here's the final product, and I really hope you guys enjoyed. You guys should definitely check it out, and everything I talked about is 100% coming from my personal opinion, and I really love this software, and I definitely plan on continuing to use this for all my future animations. I just want to say thank you so much to Clip Studio Paint for sponsoring this video, and I am so very grateful to have been given the opportunity to use this software and share it with others, as it's so amazing. And like I said, I definitely plan on continuing to use this software as it has so many cool tools, and I really want to try some of the other features. And yeah, I hope you all have an amazing day or night, and I love you so much. Bye!